बच्चों in exam, I know you know each and everything, so no need to discuss many things. If possible, just try to remember the points what I'm going to discuss, right? What are those things? First, the important part in examination, because when you first thing, you must be very comfortable. In what sense you must be comfortable? Because in examination, what the center you are going to use, sometimes now you should not think like, okay, as I go to the center, the system will absolutely be ready for me. There are many incidents when a system actually took time to start, some technical error was there. So you must not be panic in that situation. That's a usual thing only. There may be a probability, because first I need to discuss the things which can create a panic situation in your brain. First thing, you should be like mentally prepared that there may be a technical problem with the computer system. That's might possible. That's a very small thing, and you should not be panic in that situation. First thing, if your computer system is bit showing some problem technically, that time you should not be panic. You should be like a mentally prepare for that, because you are not ready for that. If suppose if we discuss such things, you are not prepared for that things, so you must be prepared. There may be a small error, there may be a small delay in starting the system, in restart the computer system, there's some maybe some technical. So in that situation, you should be panic. This is the first thing. Second thing, as you suppose start your examination, in examination, the most, I know you know all these things, just you pick those points which are actually useful for you. I am starting with the 0 point just for 15-20 minutes, and you only pick those point where you feel, yes, this is the point which I need to actually like follow. First thing in examination is the most important part is the reading portion. This is just like a doctor situation. As suppose if a diagnosis of doctor is supposed become wrong, the prescription will definitely be wrong. It means if you don't read the question properly, or if you read the question not correctly, the solution will definitely be wrong. So the reading of the paper, reading of the question from a question to all option, that is the most important part of the paper. If your reading part is bad, definitely there will be 100% probability of doing a wrong solution, of writing a wrong solution in examination. So your reading part must be very perfect from starting of the question to the last option D. You don't, like, my point is, don't smell the question, because you guys actually have done so many questions in Narayana, right? So many practicing you have done. So maybe by reading the first line, you may smell the question. Don't smell the question, because the JEE is very smart. They will just give a small change in reading in your theoretical portion, or in some values portion, or even some the units. There may be a probability of changing the units. There may be a probability of changing the words. So don't smell the question. You must be very careful. Don't smell the question. Simply just to feel that every question is a fresh question. Second error during the reading, when you read the question, because you guys have done so many n number of questions, so you may try to search that type of question in your data bank, in your mind. That type of question I have done somewhere. Don't go in that wrong direction. Just like feel every question as a fresh question. Instead of searching the question in your data bank, if you simply use your real brain, that will take less time to solve the question. So reading of the question is the most important part. Don't smell the question just by reading the half part, because the language may similar to the question what you have done before. That language may have some similarity. The question formula may have some similarity. So don't smell the question. You please, even if you feel that kind of question I have done before, please read the question till last option D, then only start your solution. Now, it would be better if you use the strategy of round wise. Instead of using subject wise, it is better to go round wise in examination. I don't know what the strategy you are using nowadays, but my strategy is very simple. Most of the students simply they go with physics, then chemistry, then maths. Some go with chemistry, then maths, then physics. Like that, they have some sequence of subject. Okay, I will go in this way because this is my favorite subject. That is okay. But the basic idea of attempting the paper is because what is the favorite subject what you have? If the same subject this year become tough, is coming like a tougher side, so that may create again a panic situation. In the examination day, instead of fighting with the academics, it is most important to fight with your brain. Because if you at any moment, if you feel like some negativity, whatever the academics you have done before, they all will become dilute. You may forget the formula, you may forget the concept if you are not able to fight with the brain. So that day we should not fight with academics. That day we have to fight with the brain. We have to fight with our mindset. What you need to do, instead of going with the subject wise sequence, it is better to go with round wise. What is the meaning of going round wise? First round means, first I'm telling you how to go with the paper, less calculation or direct question. Second round is basically heavy calculations, right? H. Third round is not seen before type question or more heavy calculation like double H. What does it mean? The psychology of a human personality is, if you start the paper with a question number 1, or if you suppose start your question with suppose question number 21, it may always give some like a gray side. Okay, yaar, I have not seen the 20 question before. I am starting with the 21. That will also create indirectly some pressure to you, because that's a human nature. We always want to start the things from zero only. That is our nature, and we feel actually relaxed in that way. Instead of starting the paper with question number 21, it would be better for you if you start the question with question number 1. And suppose this is the paper. Let's say I'm giving you one basic example. What is actually my point is actually meaning. Suppose this is let's say physics part, because initially they give physics, then they give chemistry, and the last portion they will give simply maths. This is the sequence of JEE paper, right? Question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, like that. Suppose question sequence is there. Like that, this is the supposed sequence of questions. Just example I'm giving you. This is physics portion, this is chemistry portion, then maths portion, like that. You start with the question number 1, read the question properly till the option D. If you feel the question is a less calculation, or sometimes it may be a direct question, because don't think that JEE each and every question will be the tougher side. It is not like that. Yeah, always you feel that if the question is less calculation or direct, just to solve that question. I will tell you how to solve that also. First, you just to solve the question if it is less calculation or direct. Second question, if you feel this is question after reading, if you feel that this is the heavy calculation, then please don't open the question at that moment. Just circle the question, mark H. Why I'm telling you? Because you guys are so brilliant. You guys are enough brilliant just to decide that question is a heavy calculation or less calculation, because you have done many questions. If you feel the question is a heavy calculation, don't open the question, because initially if you open that question and it is taking more time and you are suppose stuck somewhere, that will create a pressure to you. And once it is actually creating pressure, if question is dominating over you, you will again get some nervousness, or you will again get some negativity. So it is better to read the question, just to decide that it is heavy calculation. Don't open the question, just circle and mark H. Third question, if you feel this is less calculation, okay, solve that question. Fourth is less calculation, okay, solve that question. Again, you are able to solve, no issue. Chemistry, suppose if you feel again, by reading this is heavy calculation, mark H. This is not seen before, mark double H. Again, suppose heavy, mark H. It may be a possibility that all initial 5-6 questions become H or double H, then don't panic. If you feel that mostly questions are H or double H, in first round only you will get this idea. Suppose you comes to maths. Okay, this is less calculation. I am able to solve. Okay, this is okay. This is suppose H. Again, okay. Again, okay. Suppose the first round, because hardly 54 question you will get. This is not the JEE mains paper, so that 75 or 90 question you have to read. Only 54 is the maximum limit I am telling you. Hardly each paper they will give 16, 17 or 18 question mostly, most of the time. So it is easy to cover the reading part and solving with the less and direct question. It will take hardly 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes. Only first round you will get idea that this year chemistry is on tougher side. So the subject cutoff of chemistry will be on the lower side. So first I need to focus on physics and maths. Because if you go with the mindset that this year I will start first with the chemistry and chemistry situation is like that, you will be in the panic situation. So please always start with the question number 1, round wise. Round 1 is less calculation or direct question, right? If you are feeling the question is less calculation, you please solve the question and just give your input as an answer key. And suppose if you feel the question is heavy calculation or not seen before, please don't open the question. Otherwise, question will dominate you and that will create a panic situation. That day you need to fight with the brain, fight with the mindset. So just mark the circle, write the H and move forward. Only in first round you will get idea which like subject this year is on the tougher side and the cutoff will be on the lower side. So I need to focus more on the physics and the maths. When you come on the second round, after reading the entire paper and solving the less calculation, when you come to the round 2, in this round, you have to solve the heavy calculation. Now you will come on this question second time. And when you come on the same question second time, now question will not give a fear to you because already you have read the question. Now the question will not create any fear condition, because you are reading the same question second time. And when you read the question first time, that time only back-end calculation already has been started. Right now, the question itself is on the surrender condition. You will only dominate on the question. You will be able to solve the question because now you are reading the question second time. So second time when you read the question, that higher level question or heavy calculation will not create any pressure to you. You will only dominate on the question and question will be in the surrender position. After the second round, come to the third round. And if you feel, yes, I am able to solve this double H question, then only you touch. Because suppose if the paper is 360 marks, there is very less possibility that someone will get 360 marks for AIR1. A very less probabilities are here. Most of the times students get first rank on 310 or 320. It means the IIT himself, they are giving 50 marks space to you. You even don't give don't solve the 50 marks question, even though we can give you the AIR1. And suppose if the cutoff is 200 marks, IIT himself, they are saying that if you don't solve 160 mark question combining both the papers, even though we will give you the IIT seat. IIT himself giving you a space here. Just play a smart game. Right? Don't play blind game. You must be very much smart. That's why I'm telling you, go round wise. In very first round only you will get idea which part is on the tougher side. The cutoff of the subject will go on the lower side. So remaining 2 parts I need to focus, because the first priority is to secure your selection instead of going for the ranks. First, how much you is smart, how much intelligent you are, that is second matter. But the first priority is to just secure your seat in IIT, then work out, because this first round will secure your seat. Second round will give you the triple digit rank type condition. And the third round will give double digit and the single digit rank situation. So our first priority is to secure the selection, then work on the triple digit rank or 4-digit rank, then you can work out on the double digit or single digit ranks. Like that, there's a gradation actually. right? So I think it is very difficult to change the signature style at the last moment because I didn't teach you guys. So I today only I got opportunity to just discuss with you regarding the paper strategy. That's why I'm telling you, if possible, go with this strategy. But if you are comfortable with your own style, then please don't change your style. This is just my opinion, just to secure your selection, just to secure your rank. This is my, because in this way, if you go, whatever the subject come tougher side, it won't make any sense because you are mentally prepared. I need to start with the question number 1. And very first round only I will get the idea which part is on the tougher side. If you go subject wise, I'm telling you the gray area. If you go subject wise, most of the students give 1 hour to physics, 50 minutes to chemistry, and 1 hour 10 minutes to the maths. If you go subject wise, every hour, almost every hour will give you fear, because in every subject, any 1 or 2 question will be the H question or double H question. So entire 3 year, you will be in the fear situation. At last half an hour, you will become bit like a more comfortable with the paper, because after 2.5 hours, you will be more comfortable. But in my strategy, after 1 hour 15 minutes only, you become more comfortable. And even in the first round, you won't get any panic situation because you are not opening the question. You are just marking H. When we get panic situation, when initially we start those questions which are heavy calculation, which are not seen before situation. If initially we open those questions, they create panic situation. So in very first round, please go with the less calculation type questions and mark the H with heavy calculation or not seen before double H. In second round, if you comes, those questions you have already read. So now second time, if you are reading, they won't give any panic situation. You will only dominate on the paper. The point is you have to dominate on the question. Question paper should not dominate. This is the basic mantra. You have to dominate on the paper. If suppose paper start dominating you, that will create the panic situation. And the second point is, if what the rough work you are going to do in the examination hall, you please go with this basic idea. Suppose if you, whatever the scribbling pad you are having, just create some boxes in the scribbling pad, because there were one student actually in China campus, and that year he got double-digit rank when I was there. So the problem with that kids actually was sometimes he wrote 2 by 2 0. That's the human error. There are 4 types of error in examination. One is reading error. Second is calculation error. Third is key input error. And fourth one is conceptual error. There are 4 types of error which you guys will do in examination. Reading error, because during the time of like a paper solving, most of the student continuously see the paper. Whenever you continuously see any content, the eyes actually mingle the words. Sometimes you may not read the word not, and you won't realize even you have skipped the word not, and even though you don't know that you have skipped the word, because continuously when you are reading the content, eyes actually mingle the word. Why they actually mingle the word? Because the format of all alphabets is the same. They are in the same size in computer language. Whenever the words are of different, that's why in a notebook, we read notebook more effectively as compared to the book. Because in book, all alphabet, all font are of the same size. That's why JEE also help you most of the time. They write the not word in bold letters. They write the incorrect word in bold letters. They want to help you actually, right? So there may be a probability when you are reading the content continuously, there may be a skipping of words like not, incorrect, or incorrect is there, you may read that word like correct. So that is the problem of same size alphabet, same font of alphabet. That is why JEE always try to help the students by giving the words in bold letters, not so. You must be very careful when you are reading the question, right? So that type of reading errors there may happen with you. Calculation error, 2 by 2 you may write like 0. That's the human psychology. Whenever we see the symmetrical terms, we simply cut the terms and we feel the answer like 0. That is a possibility. I am discussing these all things what the rankers students, they have done such kind of mistakes, right? One student, because of highly unsystematic rough work, he like calculate one answer 3, and because of unsystematic like a rough work, somehow line draw and the answer become B. He marked B. Answer was 3 only. That was in the C option. Because of the highly unsystematic rough work, he lost 4 or 5 marks. Like that kind of error may happen, because what the experience I'm sharing with you, that is experience with the rankers only, right? So that the key input error chances are very less. Conceptual error means suppose sometimes you forget the concept, that possibility is still low, because now you guys all are ready with the concept. So there may be a probability of this. So what I'm telling, the rough work part is the most important area of your examination. Please try to understand the point. Rough work part is the most important area of your examination. Please read the question properly and do the rough work properly in the box. Then only give your input. Suppose if you feel, sir, box is too small. Okay, who is stopping you? Use 2 boxes, yeah. No worries. But you please solve the question in box, because suppose if you hold the solution somewhere in the middle, again, if you are coming back, at least you can check your solution properly. If you do rough work very unsystematically, it will waste your time in searching the solution where you have solved. So please, on the scribbling pad, just create the boxes, solve the question in the boxes. You may use more than 1 boxes, but please go in the systematic manner, right? That will actually save your time, because examination is not the bloody marathon race. This is the 400-meter or 500-meter race, which we have to finish in 3 hours. So if I give you the same paper for an entire day, you all guys will get the single-digit position. But that we have to finish the race in 3 hours. So time is the most important area. And time, pressure, these 2 things, why the 2 things are important? If suppose you get pressure, you may feel that time is running very fast. So I'm just trying to like save you from the pressure part. If you go round wise, that won't create pressure. If pressure is not there, your clock will go slowly psychologically. If you get pressure, the same clock will run like anything. You may feel that time is running very fast. So that is the day where you not need to fight with academics much. There you need to fight with your brain. You have to fight with your mindset. You have to be like healthy on that particular day. So there should be no pressure, because the pressure and time will be highly related with each other on that particular day, right? You got, I think, my point. So these are the few tips. I don't want to say anything extra. These are the 2 things only what you need to be like careful in such cases. Round wise strategy and your rough work. Like time may run very fast if you get pressure. So pressure should not be there. That's why please go very systematically, round wise. Only these things I just wanted to discuss with you students. So I'm happy that I'm like getting opportunities with you, these few things with you. So very all the best from my end. And you all guys are very much prepared in Narayana system. I think your teacher actually have done too much hard work with you. Your parents have already done that much hard work. You guys are also here. Also, I'm appreciating you all of you. You also have done that much hard. I know that in the system, you started work from 6:30 to night at 10:30. I am in the same system. So I know what the work you have done in these 2 years. So all the very best from my end, family, and from entire Narayana side. And just do your best here. And after the first paper, you please get some rest in the car or whatever the like vehicle you have, or suppose some student they book the room just close to the center. Please get some rest. And second paper, you need to do more effectively. And like don't be like first paper more aggression, and first paper impression should not come on the second paper. Suppose if you feel it should not happen, if you feel that first paper I did some mistake, don't try to get more number in second paper. Otherwise, you may lose the second paper also. Right? So first paper impression, good or bad, whatever the impression you are getting from the first paper, that should not come on the second paper. Second paper, you again feel like a fresh paper, read every question in a fresh manner, solve every question in a fresh manner, and then just give your inputs as a key. Right? So any paper, first paper impression should not come on the second paper. In JEE exam, I don't know whether you have that gut feeling or not. They will never use anything which is exceptional, out of the box. They always use the basic concept. This is the history of actually IIT JEE Advanced. They never use unnecessary things. Whenever they ask IUPAC name, whenever they ask IUPAC name, only two things they create the question. One is the parent chain selection, and second point is numbering. Only with the 2 points they create a game. And you guys are more focused regarding that exception case. When this thing will come, I need to write the IUPAC name like that, and this more complex branching. They never ask such question. They will create the question where two rules are more mandatory: parent chain and numbering. If you do mistake in parent chain selection, or if you do mistake in numbering, whatever the rules you can't write the correct name. The two rules are only important in IUPAC. Third point, they mostly ask the question where the sawhorse convert into Newman's convert into Fisher. In such kind of question, you must be bit careful when you are converting the configuration into the another one. Whenever any section, suppose any section is having heavy marking scheme, don't be panicked. The question will be easier side. Whenever any section is having easy marking scheme, the question will be on the tougher side. Right? So that's the game. That's the balancing of paper, what the JEE always do with the students. If section is having like a heavy like a marking scheme, the question will be on the easier side. Then what will happen? If the scheme of marking scheme, if marking scheme is a tough side, the question will be easy, and they will create a pressure. Okay, please, you think twice or thrice the question, because our marking scheme is tough. Don't get trapped in that scheme. If the question is easy, you please go with the easy manner only, because they have created the trap by giving the marking scheme tough, so that the question may feel, yeah, this question is easy, but IIT won't give such easy question. That kind of feel you may have. So whenever they give marking scheme on tougher side, the question will be easy, and you must feel that question is easy. Don't go much deeper side, because if you go much deeper side, the easy question you may give a wrong answer. If you feel that question is easy, this is easy. If you feel that question is tougher, the question is tough. Whatever the feel you have, please go with your feel only, because you guys have done that much hard work that you have a very good sense. If you feel that question is easy, it will be easy. If you feel that question is tough, it is tough. So please go with your feel. right? Because 2 years you have done so many questions. Your teachers have done that much hard work. What the feel you have, that is absolutely correct. That is absolutely pure, right? So please go with your feel. But that's it from my end. All the best from my side, my family side, from Narayana side, and we'll also pray for you here, right? So give your best in examination. Go with happiness. Please get the full rest one day before, and you must be happy when you are going to write exam. You must be happy. Yes, this is the day when I'm going to write one wonderful exam. I will definitely get one seat in IIT JEE. With that feel, you please go. Instead of going with the feel, maybe I will get the seat or not. Please go with happiness, right? Yes, this is the day. This is the wonderful day when I'm going to write the wonderful exam. With that feel, you please go for examination, right? So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I took much time from your side. So thanks, everyone. All the best.
Thank you, sir.